Come along with us as we sample one of Walt Disney World's fanciest restaurants. You can find this restaurant in the France Pavilion at Epcot. If you've ever gone to Epcot and gone on the Remy's Ratatouille adventure, you've walked right past this restaurant and probably didn't even notice. Monsieur Paul is located above the 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 restaurant. The reservations for this restaurant are not that difficult to get, mainly because this restaurant is very expensive. When you look at the pricing, you'll see $4 signs, which means it's at the top of the most expensive restaurants at Walt Disney World.
Pétruchan is a family owned from France. Actually, they moved from Armenia to Paris in 1910. And in 1920,
On the website for Monsieur Paul, it says, "Make it an evening to remember at Monsieur Paul, a gourmet restaurant serving classic French cuisine." Alex and I were celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary along with a kid-free evening with Sarah, Marion, and good old Pappy. We all chose the Prix Fixe meal, which is $195, and of course tax and gratuity were not included. The meal is touted as offering a gastronomic meal, one in which people devote themselves to the art of eating and drinking well. We did our absolute best to devote ourselves to eating and drinking, and if my memory is a little fuzzy towards the end of our experience, I think it's because I took the latter a little too seriously.
so it's mean at that time people were eating very well. Now you have to buy first.
Today it's
We were all given champagne to start the party off. At first I thought the champagne was for our anniversary, but turns out everyone gets a glass of complimentary champagne. It was still tasty. We were also offered 2 choices of caviar, which was not included in our Prix Fixe meal. Marion and Alex chose the 𝐼𝐻𝐸𝐾 caviar for $110, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. You could choose either a glass of champagne or a chilled Grey Goose vodka. Marion insisted that you must have a sip or 2 of vodka with caviar, and he immediately was crowned the expert on this matter. They chose the vodka, and we all watched as the manager Felipe explained the long history of caviar and then explained how we were to enjoy it. Although this was only meant for one person, there was plenty for all 5 of us to have a taste. This also came with delicious bellinis, which were tiny pancakes, and crème fouettée, which was this creamy deliciousness that I don't know what was in, but it was so good. He told us the proper serving spoon had to be made of mother of pearl, and to enjoy the caviar properly, you have to put a small amount of caviar on your hand and then eat it by crushing the eggs with your tongue. You then sip the vodka and enjoy the pancake and the creamy dip. We also had caviar left over, so we were glad we only purchased one of these, and we could also put the caviar on the delicious appetizers they brought to us.
And so the other one is more bold, it's true, and salty. So I'm going to open it with my small tool.
Monsieur Paul is listed on the Disney website in the category of fine/signature dining experiences, making it one of 25 in this category. In this category, you will find only 4 other restaurants that have the $4 signs, indicating each adult meal will be well over $60. The other 4 restaurants are the California Grill, 𝐃𝐿, 𝐷𝐾𝐭, and Victoria and Albert's. The restaurant was founded by world-renowned chef Paul Bocuse. Chef Bocuse first opened Les Chefs de France at Epcot in 1982, and it was the first Bocuse-affiliated restaurant in America. His son, Jérôme Bocuse, owns the company behind Monsieur Paul. He was named Best French Craftsman in 1961 and Chef of the Century in 2011 by the Culinary Institute of America. Chef Bocuse has achieved extraordinary culinary honors throughout his career. He achieved 3 Michelin stars for 53 straight years at his famous Lion restaurant. And at Monsieur Paul, you can enjoy the same classic culinary stylings of Chef Bocuse amid all the magic of Epcot. Notes from the website. As far as dress code, the website says this restaurant is a Disney signature dining experience, offering fine dining with a distinctly magical flair. Guests are expected to dress accordingly in the attire that adheres to the restaurant's sophisticated and upscale aesthetic. Clothing should be clean, neat, and in good condition. Please, no swimwear. Most people were wearing normal Disney clothes for a day at the park, so you saw a lot of tank tops and shorts, and I wouldn't say everything was exactly clean, but we did see some dresses and button-downs, but overall, even though the restaurant has a fancy vibe, most people were dressed in casual clothing. Lastly, the website lists an age limit. It specifically says guests aged 10 and above are invited to dine at this establishment. While I personally do not think my children would have appreciated this culinary adventure, we found that this rule is clearly not followed. We had children at the table right next to us. We had an infant in a car seat and a 4 or 5-year-old girl making all kinds of racket. We even asked the manager about this, and he said that even though this is a rule, they are unable to enforce it. Basically, you're at Disney World, so if children show up, they will be served.
Very nice.
And from here, since I don't know how to speak French, I'm going to let them explain to you what we're eating and drinking.
Veuve du Barry.
Yep.
And also what we can do it's 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 also. We can start with the 𝐾𝐨𝐽, sparkling, and the Mala here. And this one, it will be more bold. So I will, maybe let's do like that, yeah. This one more fruity and this one more bold. So this one with the meat and this one with the fish. Okay?
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here the olives bread, and here the famous one, the French baguette. If you want, you can choose a free type, but I recommend you do not eat too much bread to keep the space for all the meat ingredients. So this is the Parmesan cheese bread, and this one is the French baguette. The Parmesan cheese bread. You have the lobster mint salad. You have the lobster tail on the center, on the bed of massive one of vegetables made with carrots, sweet peas, and rutabaga. You will have a vinaigrette made with the fruit passion, with three types of dots: the green one, sweet peas, the red, Prix fumé.
So it's already out.
This is the sequence. The recipe is great about the chef who opened this restaurant. You can see all the red frame. So the sea bass is
sea salt, black pepper, and shaved mignonette.
roasted tomatoes with roasted asparagus.
And sea salt is from Malden.
Lemon zest. So you have
It's $5 today.
black pepper and chives. The chef recommends you to dip it in
Yours isn't exciting. Okay, there's mine.
And one year we had the 𝐸𝐶𝐿. 𝐸𝐶𝐿, it's a béarnaise with
Madame Monsieur, we will make a little break for you. So this is a true normal meals. So the true normal meals is the French gastronomic restaurant. We serve that between the fish and the meat course. So that's very simple. This is a pure sorbet with a pure alcohol. Here this is the 𝐸𝐶𝐿𝐵, the famous pure brandy in France. So we serve that between these two meals for two reasons. The first reason is to wash your palate, to not to mix the fish with the meat taste. And the second reason is to make the space in your room to feel lightest before meat, because as you can see in the French gastronomic restaurant, there are lots of meals and many times you don't have the room to eat the meat. But maybe because this alcohol 45 degrees, so maybe the French people get this present just to drink strong alcohol and not that the real reason. So I will put a little bit on the top of the sorbet the pure brandy. If I can give you an advice, stir with your spoon to make a perfect mix with the sorbet and the alcohol, to not have only the alcohol taste for you. And
So would you care for the jus on the top, sir, or on the side?
I will insert lamb stock, onion and thyme.
Okay.
Would you like it on the top or on the side?
Sure, you can put it on.
Perfect.
Very good. So take your time and save room for cheese and dessert.
And because you're going to love it and ask for more, I'll let you the extra.
Thank you.
So now you have the Mala. So it's going to be bold, I would say, a little bit more, because it's more like a Pinot Noir. So Pinot Noir is more bold than the other one. The other one was more Chardonnay and more like...
𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿, it means all grapes for you. So this is the Février Domaine, vintage 2021 for you. So you will have acidity red wine with red fruit tasty inside. Champagne. So this is a Mala. Mala is more bold and more strong champagne. It's an extra dry. So it will be perfect for the meat because the sweet flavor with the meat is good. So it will be perfect. Very dry for you. Very bold.
I was going to talk about ours.
With the 𝐾𝐭 cheese. 𝐾𝐭 cheese is it's like a salty cheese from the French mountain, from the Jura. It's a cold cheese, very playful, very good one. And I recommend you to match with the fig jams on the right. After that, you will follow with the camembert cheese on this way, the very famous one, 𝐾𝐿 cheese, more stronger than the 𝐶𝐭 cheese. It's the famous and the best one for me. Yeah. Or from the French Center, if I can give you an advice, do not eat without nothing, no bread, just raw camembert is the best way to eat that one. After that, you will follow with the crottin de Chavignon. This is a cream goat cheese. So that's not the first one, as you can describe. It's not with the chives and garlic. This is only the goat cheese, very strong goat cheese. I recommend to you to match with the bread with the dry grapes. And to finish your degustation, you will finish with the blue cheese. This is a la fourme d'Ambert. So la fourme d'Ambert is from the French Center too. This is a blue cheese like the Roquefort. I recommend you to match with the fresh grapes. Enjoy, bon appétit, madame, monsieur. Thank you very much. Happy anniversary for you, madame, monsieur. So, monsieur, you will have the ice cream.
The chocolate we use it is chocolate Valrhona. It's produced just next to Lyon.
Only with lime juice on the top.
And then inside of there you got some more chocolate. With the ice cream chocolate, you got also chocolate crumble at the bottom of the thing. You got also hazelnut meringue, hazelnut mousse, and almond biscuit. And I hope you love chocolate.
For you, madame, you will have the beautiful 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜 exotique. The 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜 exotique, it's made with meringue, pina colada sorbet, and mango sorbet with fresh berries. Pina colada made with pineapple and coconut. From the southwest France, it's like a porter wine, so you will have almond and nut taste inside. Very sweet, it's like a digestive to finish your meals. And to make an end of that, that's the best cake for you. Thank you so much. And we take care of you for the breakfast tomorrow. 5 box of macaron for you. Macaron? Macaron, beautiful one. The French pastry, so one with orange and chocolate, and the other one with strawberry and lime.
Overall, this was a magical way to spend our 15th anniversary. We all enjoyed our meals and the drinks were exceptional. It was very cool to walk outside to Epcot once the park had shut down. What we didn't know was the night we went, there was a special ticketed event with DJs and dance parties. Since we didn't have the special ticket, we were unable to ride any of the rides or even buy a harp at 𝐬𝐻𝐫𝐿. And if you're wondering, yes, we Ubered back to our hotel. Until next time, thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Good times with the goodings. Cheers!